Hi, my name is Malia Ellis, and today I'm going to be talking about my chosen profession, and that is speech language pathology. So, first and foremost, what is speech language pathology? Speech language pathologists, often known as SLPs, work to prevent, assess, diagnose, and treat various issues pertaining to language, social communication, cognitive communication, and swallowing disorders in both children and adults. Now, I ultimately chose to focus on this profession, this career, one, because I didn't know much about it, and two, it is something that really intrigues me for a couple of reasons I will list shortly. So, I have always loved working with people. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be in a career where I am hands-on working with people. And in speech pathology, I really just love how the techniques that are utilized by the speech language pathologists make such big, rewarding differences in the lives of individuals. It really is just remarkable and amazing seeing people's confidence go up, or maybe someone that was once shy is now talking more. Also, I have had a personal experience seeing how amazing, there's no other way to put it, see how amazing this profession is. My youngest nephew, who's 6 years old, he's been in speech therapy for about 2 years now, and it's just been amazing seeing the change over those 2 years. It has been both drastic and just very, very impressive. He went from not being able to, pronounce his R's or his S's to now fully being able to say, I want a snack. That's a snake. I'm gonna go under the rug. I don't know. That's what popped in my head. So that's just been amazing to see. And like I said before, his confidence, it has increased. And that's really just, it seems like such a rewarding career. And that's kind of what initiated that interest for me. So now that I have this interest, it was time to kind of research educational requirements, how to stay up to date, once you do become a speech language pathologist. So for educational requirements, it is a minimum of a master's in art or a master's in science, depending on what school you go to, in speech language pathology, or it's also known as communicative sciences, and disorders. And then, prior to applying these programs, there are different prerequisites that are required by different schools. And then also, once you are in that program, the degree requirements may vary as well. So, for example, I looked into San Diego State University and California State University, San Marcos. And the program requires you to have a minimum of a 3.2 GPA when applying to San Diego State University. And then also the program requires 64 units to be complete. And then in contrast, California State University San Marcos requires a minimum GPA of a 3.0 upon entry, and then the program requires 74 units to be taken. So you can see there's kind of a difference, but of course those core main classes are all going to be very similar, just some differences in maybe electives or if an internship is required. So then, following getting your master's in art or master's in science and speech language pathology, you can then go on to receive different certifications, to help you benefit in maybe a specialty you want to work in. Two of the most common certifications are the Board Certified Specialist in Swallowing and Swallowing Disorders, as well as the Board Certified Specialist in Child Language. Personally, I would want to get the certification in child language because I know for a fact that I really want to work with children. I always have. I've been nannying for as long as I can remember and just have always loved working with children. So I would lean towards getting certified in that. And then kind of staying up to date with, once you become a professional within this career, and also just networking. You can partake in these organizations. So two that I would personally enroll myself in is the American Speech Language Hearing Association, which is the most common one. And then also, because I want to continue living in California, hopefully for the rest of my life, I would, sign up to be in the California Speech Language Hearing Association. So they're kind of similar, but, one is national and then one is statewide. And then now if I were to apply right now, my current qualifications, I have completed some of the prerequisite courses. For example, I've completed psychology, anatomy, physiology. So those are some of the three big prerequisites. And then I do have some work experience within a rehabilitation facility. So I did work at a physical therapy office as an aide. So while I wasn't really working on speech, I was learning and understanding the process and patience it takes to work in that type of setting. So I did gain a lot of hands-on experience, and I feel that that has really prepared me for any type of rehabilitation career I go into. I think I personally make a good fit to be a speech language pathologist because, one, I'm very enthusiastic. I am positive. I really like to, maintain a positive work environment. It's ultimately is what's going to make the clients want to come back the next day or the next week, And I'm also a team player. I've been a part of sports for as long as I can remember. And I've always loved that aspect of being a part of a team and working together to get to an ultimate, goal, which in this case would be helping our patients. And then I'm also very eager to learn. I, never just want to be like, okay, that's it. That's all my brain can take in knowledge. It's like, no, I want to every day throw some new stuff at me. I really want to keep learning. And I think this is a great career where I could do that. And then, I have these qualifications, but I also have things that I could work on. And what pops into my mind immediately is kind of lowering my organizational expectations of others. So I'm personally very organized. I have a certain way of organizing things and a certain way I think things should be organized. But I need to get over this because it's not necessary. It's not necessarily what needs to occur for the work environment to be successful, to be a positive environment. So I think just kind of having myself do things my way and then people do things their other way, like I need to be okay with that, and I'm working on it. Sometimes I just want to kind of like, oh wait, that paper needs to be straightened out, but I can definitely work on it and get over it. And then, so here is my cover letter as well as my resume, just kind of further going into why I'm qualified, my past experiences, all that good stuff. And then all the references used for this presentation. All right, well, thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day.